8:42 a.m. on, oh yeah, 4/13/2020. We just woke up. And then I was writing and remembering about old Birkenstock in that room and how they immediately got that room redone at Palouse River, that old stove room. And so I was writing that I'm going to call there and follow up on a couple of things with a couple of people. And as soon as I finished writing about old Birkenstock, finding out old Birkenstock's name, and the reason that I think they changed that old stove room like immediately, what happened, all these physical places that I remembered, the Zen room, that apartment room that's down there on Daisy, the corner of Daisy Street and whatever, that got knocked out, the underground thing that was by Main Production. Main Production itself got taken away. Just everything I remember physically gets immediately changed. And I'm pretty sure that so that people don't randomly think of these things and these places that I remembered to Deputy Revis's phone. And so as soon as I am writing this in my stocked on kitchen where I'm 100% aware people can see in, and now I understand why it's those, anyway, sparkly gang things. So I write about the old stove room and why I think, anyway, I'm thinking about why it should be changed and stuff. Just a couple minutes ago. That should say 8:35 a.m. I think it does. And then immediately, of course, Mindful barks out there, and there's the expected proximity, and it was Gretchen. So, I mean, that would match, because why? Because they would look like they matched genetically because of the facial appearance, which I actually noted in counseling that now that we know what the Nazis are and what's going on in the United States of America, you can actually look at the local people and understand the attitudes and behaviors, because you can understand what their genetic background is and what their religious affiliation is, and then you can then look at their clothing and sort of like extrapolate what their political, social, economic scene is. And so for this one to be walking by when I'm talking about this one is a total fucking, profiling sort of matchup between what you would see in the Birkenstocks and the co-op-y clothing that she wears, and the glasses and the facial features and the set of the mouth and the teeth, and I would bet the religious and economic and everything else status. So, a little bit of this, that, and the other thing, thinking about calling those people. Been thinking about it for a while, but I didn't recognize why, and I knew that room thing was weird, and I knew all those just immediately. I would turn it in, you would see something happen physically. I would turn it in, you would see something happen physically on the timeline. It was amazing. And it's so that the physical friggin' evidence isn't there to trigger the random friggin' thought processes in the people. Because what's happening, of course, is what everybody's talking about, the MK Ultra, brain scanning, nanotechnology, Hillary Clinton's little fucking shadow doll of President Trump. It's all not a fucking joke, is it? I mean, it is, but it isn't.